Salve and hello, I'm Carmela Prinzo and I'm pleased to introduce today's segments. We begin with Carleen Castrucci from Laurysen Kitchens, who will be sharing new kitchen designs to help inspire and modernize your space. Next, we celebrate the monthly birthdays from L'Età d'Oro's January luncheon. And finally, Trina Costantini-Powell joins us to discuss the scholarships offered by the NCIC Foundation and the National Congress of Italian Canadians. Sono Carmela Prinzo e sono lieta di presentarvi i segmenti di oggi. Iniziamo con Carleen Castrucci di Laurysen Kitchens, che ci presenterà nuovi design per la cucina pensati per ispirare e modernizzare i vostri spazi. A seguire celebriamo i compleanni del mese durante il pranzo di gennaio dell'Età d'Oro. Infine, Trina Costantini-Powell sarà con noi per parlare delle borse di studio offerte dalla Fondazione CNIC e dal Congresso Nazionale degli Italo-Canadesi. Enjoy the show, buona visione a tutti.
So we're here today with Carleen Castrucci, Carleen Laurysen Castrucci,
Yes.
And we're at Laurysen Design Centre. And we're going to look at some kitchens, bathrooms, but I'd like you just to talk a little bit about what we're going to see today on this tour.
Sure. Welcome, and thank you very much for the opportunity today. We opened up our design center here in May of last year, and the idea of our design center was for people to have an experience walking through and to look at different colors, textures, designs, and to really kind of open their mind to opportunity that we can discuss in their kitchen designs or bathrooms. We do kitchens, bathrooms, laundry rooms, we do wall units, we do bedroom furniture, so there's a lot of rooms that we do that people think just kitchens, but we do a lot of other areas. So we're trying to showcase that here to give people, again, some ideas of things that they can have in their home.
And you've got cabinetry, you've got countertops that have come in from all over the world.
Yes, we have countertops that come from, we have quartz that comes from either Vietnam, we have quartz that comes from Italy and Spain, and then we have granite that comes from all over the world. We have decked-in or porcelain that again comes from all over the world, mostly from Europe. We have different materials, melamines. We actually have one line that's Italian imported melamines, and it gives us a nice opportunity because it has a lovely texture and it has beautiful grain patterns. It also has some really, like the colors that are there are just really on point right now. We find that some of the products that we get from Europe just tend to be a little bit better quality, so we try to highlight that as much as we can.
Okay, so we'll begin our tour.
Thank you. So this is the way. So one thing that we're finding nowadays is people don't want to have a lot of decoration on their kitchen, so they're really minimizing the hardware and stuff, and so a lot of the things today that we have is push to open. So one of the new features that we have here is where we can have a tall pantry where you can push it, and then it just slides in, and then you have access to the whole pantry. The door is out of the way. It doesn't interfere with your passageway or anything like that. So all these cabinets here, or this one here is the hood fan, but here we have, these are all power assisted, so they go up, and then we press the button, and they close. And then on the drawers are pushed to open as well, and then they come out, they're full extension, and then inside here we have some really nice custom-made white oak cutlery inserts that are custom-made for each kitchen. And then you just close it, and it's handle-free.
So Carleen, talk about this countertop right now, and I guess we're seeing a lot of black fixtures currently, but this countertop is beautiful.
So this is a product called decked-in. It is, some people will call it a sintered stone, or it's basically a large format porcelain tile, like something that you would put on your floor, but they're large formats. It is made with extreme pressure and heat, so there's no glues or additives into this countertop. So it is safe for exterior. You can use it outside if you have a outdoor kitchen, or you can even clad buildings with this. That's what the original purpose of this type of material was. It was used for cladding exteriors on buildings. And then they made it into countertops, and it's very strong. You could walk on it.
Heat resistant?
Heat resistant. Yeah.
And so it's all one piece?
This is all one piece, and then we have the waterfall here, which is a drop miter. So it's mitered here, and then they just polish the edge, the edge here. And then the one thing with porcelain is the pattern does not go entirely through. It's more of a surface. So that's the one, but the color of the side here is matched to the color of the actual surface of the countertop. So you don't even really notice that it doesn't have the pattern continuing. And the one thing with porcelain is that it's very thin. So this is only a 1/2 inch thick.
Okay.
They make it where it's like 5 millimeters. This is 12 millimeters. And then they also do 2 centimeters, which is basically the thickest that you'll get with the porcelain. And it's fantastic. It's a lovely material. What's nice is that it has a very interesting texture.
Okay.
What's also nice too is that it doesn't have a lot of glare because it's not a shiny finish. You don't get a lot of the light glare off of it. The one thing that's nice about that is as we age, glare is very hard on our eyes. So we're finding the matte finishes are very popular nowadays.
Are you finding a lot of people are doing black in their kitchens?
Black is very, very popular. It is like that black cocktail dress that every woman has. It goes with everything. But it's not necessarily all black. We're doing a lot of black with other colors. Like in here we have black with a natural white oak. This product here is a polyester, so it is what they call an engineered veneer. But so you can wipe it, you can wash it. It's not going to fade over time. It's not going to peel or anything like that. So it's very durable, and it gives you that richness that you get from real wood, but without the maintenance of real wood.
Okay.
So this kitchen, what is interesting about this kitchen is it is a universal access kitchen. So it is designed for people that have mobility issues. So it has a higher toe kick, it's further recessed, and then it also has the cooking section is lowered. Same with the washing section is lowered. It's lowered by 3 inches, so it meets all the requirements for Canadians with disability. And the cabinets are a little bit lower as well, so we can, anybody that is in a wheelchair that has limited motion or mobility can actually have access to some of the shelves. In this case here, we have this cabinet, so this actually pulls out and down, so you can actually put food stuff or dishes or something like that on it for people to have access to it, and just kind of gives them a little bit more storage. Lighting is also very important. We do a lot of lighting. We do under cabinet lighting. We do some of the lighting in the false shelves. This is lighting that's in this. So when you open, it's designed so that when this opens up, it's motion sensitive. It'll turn on, but I'm walking, so it.
And that's all a louvered screen.
Yeah. And then, and there's also voids here where if someone is in a wheelchair, they can actually come underneath here and they're not going to burn themselves or get any interference from anything below. So they can roll in there and have access to both the stove and the sink. And then these are handles that are textured. So a lot of people that will have tactile issues with their fingers. So this will help with that. It gives them a little bit better grip on their hardware.
Oh, it covers many angles for sure. Very.
So this is a polyester, again, a vinyl. So it's basically, it's a vinyl wrap kitchen. What's nice about this is that it gives you that painted look. It has a matte finish, but without the paint. A painted kitchen is like your walls, it's paint. So it can get marked very easily, but with the polyester, it has, because it's wrapped with vinyl, you can, like, if you have water drops on it and stuff like that, you're not going to have to really worry about cleaning it up right away, as where if you have a painted kitchen, you do have to be a little bit more cognizant of that and kind of take care of it a little bit better. So.
And these are all pull-out drawers, push like very easily.
These ones here pull out, and what's nice is we have lights in these ones, so when you actually open up, you actually can see. So this is great. I want this in my sock drawer, so because I want to make sure I have my black socks and my black pants. So, and then so we have lights in the two bottom drawers, and then these are pull-outs here. So these are nice like spice pull-outs.
I love that feature.
Yeah, and this one here has, basically it's the same on this side here. This one just has 2 shelves, as the other one had 3. What's really nice here is we have this apron front on the sink without having an apron sink. And it's done with the stone. Well, this is quartz. And so they've actually mitered the entire edge all the way around and then put the stone facade on here. So it really does kind of dress up this front side of the kitchen very nicely. Cabinet that has a door on it, we do. So we do bathrooms, we do wall units, kitchens, we've done bedrooms, we've done Murphy beds, so stuff like that. So we do basically anything that is a cabinet we can do.
Well, and Murphy beds are very practical right now with some of the smaller condominium units, smaller homes.
Yeah, so as soon as people start downsizing and they want to have, you know, maybe like an extra bedroom, but they still want to have that home office, a Murphy bed gives them that opportunity where they can combine both into one room, and it just makes it very easy, because then you just fold down the bed and boom.
Yeah.
And you're not always looking at a bedroom either.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a multi-purpose room.
That's right.
So one thing nice about this is it's floating, so that has, again, lighting underneath. So it's really nice at nighttime. You can leave those lights on. This is not on a dimmer, but you can put it on a dimmer, so you could have like kind of light in the bathroom at nighttime if you happen to get up at night. And then this is nice here, because what we do is we put this little insert in, and this goes around the plumbing, so you have still an operable drawer underneath the sink, just with the little plumbing cutout.
Now, all of these kitchens, they are made, I know you have a manufacturing facility in Carleton Place, a huge premise.
Yes.
But so they're all made there?
All the cabinets are made there. We do buy out the doors. We do make some doors ourselves, and then we purchase in some of the other doors. We've just actually moved into the new facility late last year in October. So we're kind of just figuring out the flow and everything like that. And then we might look at making some of the polyester doors ourselves as well. Just, but we need to get the dust settled first.
For sure, for sure. So very lovely.
Prima di fare gli auguri di buon compleanno vorrei ringraziare a Joe Fascetto, che ha generosamente offerto il vino oggi in omaggio del suo papà Antonio Fascetto. È venuto a mancare il 21 giugno all'età di 98 anni. Joe qui vuole dire 2 parole per il suo papà.
Ok, leggo in italiano. Okay. Voglio ringraziare tutti per essere stata una comunità accogliente per mio padre Antonio Fascetto, per tutti gli anni in cui è venuto a Villa Marconi per i pranzi mensili e le partite di bingo del martedì. Voglio brindare alla sua memoria con tutti voi oggi prima di, durante il pranzo. Che riposi in pace, grazie a tutti. Grazie.
Allora, adesso possiamo fare gli auguri ai compleanni. Dalcin Savarino, Durofil Mirella, Gianmaria Bruno, Salvi Giacomina, scalzo rosa, trombetti Oriana, Casalese Giovanna, Colasante Luigi, Cufari Yolanda, Midena Zaira, Pepe Franco, Gelsomina Petti, Enza Ricci, è vero che non è qua, ce n'è un altro qua, Bianca Testa. Buon compleanno a tutti. Teresa, ho dimenticata qualcuno. Oh, Giuseppina D'Angelo. Grazie per aver rinnovato le vostre tessere, quest'anno siete stati molto bravi, sono numerosi. E il prossimo pranzo è il 24 febbraio. E adesso Luigi Petrò vuole dire qualcosa.
Mi piacerebbe tanto formare un coro e un'orchestra di pensionati, va bene? Cosa vuol dire? Vuol dire persone che sono in pensione, perché? In modo tale che si possano sentire utili a qualcosa. Adesso, chi può far parte di questo coro? C'è una esigenza fondamentale: per far parte di un coro bisogna avere una voce intonata, non sana, sana perché non siamo ammalati, intonata, ok? Però si chiamerà Marconi, è chiaro? Ecco, quindi, e se il coro diventerà bravino, se diventerà bravino, me lo auguro, magari cominceremo con una persona, 2 o 3 o 4, poi magari a mano si aggiungeranno delle altre.
Mi chiamo Rosa Scalzo, ho 82 anni.
Non lo so. Buon compleanno.
Grazie.
Come ti chiami?
Severino.
E quanti anni c'hai?
87.
Ottimo, buon compleanno.
Grazie.
Tanti auguri
A te. Tanti auguri a te. Tanti auguri a me.
Buongiorno, io sono Mirella Dulfeo il giorno, oggi è il mio compleanno, 15 gennaio 1940. Grazie mille. Buon compleanno!
Ciao, sono Gelsomina Petti, ho compiuto 63 anni. Grazie. Hi, I'm Morella Del Rango. We're here at Letta D'Oro in Villa Marconi, and I'm celebrating my 64th birthday. And I've come with all my cousins. It's our first time here, and it's been so lovely to reconnect and have an amazing Happy birthday!
Ciao, mi chiamo Lina Morello e voglio dargli gli auguri alla mia bravissima bella amica Giovanna Castrucci e anche qui abbiamo un altro compleanno, Rosa Scalzo, auguri.
Brava.
Hello, my name's Lucia Noccia and you're watching Oggi Ottawa.
Today, we're standing in St. Anthony's Church on Booth Street. This church was built in 1913. All the stained glass windows and most of the paintings were painted by the artist Guido Nincheri. He was originally from Florence, but settled in Montreal and was responsible for painting many of the churches in Quebec, Eastern Ontario, and upstate New York. In today's episode, we'll talk about 2 of his stained glass windows. The first is the window of St. Anthony of Padua. This window was installed in 1937 and depicts the saint's ascension into heaven, accompanied by a host of angels. If you notice that many of the angel faces look alike, it's because Guido Nincheri liked using his wife, Giulia Bandinelli, as his model. The top part of the window shows the child Jesus. This is because legend has it St. Anthony was praying one night when suddenly his room was filled with a light more brilliant than the sun, and Jesus appeared to St. Anthony in the form of a small child. The window is full of symbols. The 12 rays surrounding Jesus represent the 12 apostles. The 8 stars represent the resurrection, because it was on the 8th day after his entry into Jerusalem that Christ rose from the dead. Please note here the inscription in the dedication, the Italian colony of Ottawa to its patron. The Italian community at the time, located in the streets in and around Preston, was called La Colonia. It had no political connotations, but simply meant the settlement village. This next stained glass is the War Memorial window. It was dedicated in honor of the dead of World War I and the 21 young men of the parish who died in World War II. During the dedication of the window in 1949, the priest quoted Churchill, who said, "Victory is ours, but purchased at such a price as to make it almost indistinguishable from defeat." Guido Nincheri produced 2 war memorial windows, one for Corpus Christi Church in Toronto and this one here in Ottawa. The colors are breathtaking. The soft colors of the dawn illuminate a field of crosses and barbed wire. The guardian angel is dressed as a Roman legionary, and the body of the fallen soldier is draped in the folds of the Union Jack. The multicolored wings of the angel are classic Guido Nincheri.
Today, I would like to talk to you about the scholarship program that is offered by the National Congress of Italian Canadians, as well as the NCIC Foundation. This scholarship program that is operated by both Carleton University and the University of Ottawa was started in 1997 to mark the 500th anniversary of the landing of John Cabot, or Giovanni Caboto, on the shores of Newfoundland. Back then, people in the community donated money to both universities, and the universities used those funds to allow for a scholarship program called the Giovanni Caboto Scholarship. And what I'm talking to you about today is the fact that we still have a month to go for the students to register and apply for these scholarship programs, if they are students at either of the universities. Now, both universities have a little bit of a different criteria. And when it was started out, Carleton University instituted a criteria that, for sure, one, you had to be a student living in Ontario. Secondly, you had to take courses related to Italian language, Italian culture, or be associated with Italian events either at the university or out in the Ottawa Italian community. So for instance, if you were taking accounting, but you were very much involved as a volunteer during Italian Week, either here in Ottawa or an Italian festival back in your hometown, then you could apply for these scholarships. And if your marks were good, if your financial need was there, then you would be an applicant and you could file for this. At Ottawa University, the criteria is very much the same in terms of studies. If you are studying Italian, if you are studying any courses related to Italian culture, such as art history, Renaissance history, anything like that, that is the criteria that Ottawa University follows. So in terms of the scholarship program, as I say, it has been around, this will be now the 29th year, and it is something that we have had many students over the years, students in the faculties who have graduated in medicine, in law, in political science. And many of those students right now are doctors. I've just heard of a new young doctor from an award recipient in 2017. There's another former student at the University of Ottawa who sits on town council down in Southern Ontario. So there's a vast spectrum of individuals and young individuals who have come through the scholarship program. If you require any further information on the scholarship programs at both universities, your best bet is to make contact with the Undergraduate Awards Program at Ottawa University or at the Financial Aid and Awards Office at Carleton University. You can give them a call, you can go through your student portal to access that, and you can speak to the various professors in the numerous faculties to see how to go about that. So the application date is February the 28th. We urge you to make your application, and we wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for allowing us the time to be able to talk to you about this scholarship program. So one of them, the Giovanni Caboto Scholarship at both Ottawa University and Carleton, and an extra one at Carleton University, the Giovanna Panico Scholarship, named after a very wonderful woman who was a prominent fixture in our Ottawa Italian community and who was a professor at Carleton. So once again, the Giovanni Caboto Scholarship and the Giovanna Panico Memorial Bursary. Thank you very, very much.